So I gotta ask, Jackson,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Wow.
Getting started on that beer.
Oh, no, it's a sparkling water. I promise.
Sure.
It's a boob.
I mean, there is water in beer, so that checks out.
Dogs can't have beer.
It's a buble coconut pineapple.
Okay, he's good
Sure,
choice.
whatever lets you sleep at night.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll post a pic of it right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, let me Google something.
A
Hang on.
pig.
So, something you found out of the internet, I'm sure.
Mhm.
We see spaghetti images in the bottom right corner.
Are you asking
Yeah.
how I'm doing in terms of sleep, Yugen?
Yes.
We're vibing.
Oh,
Did you have a good little 5-minute nap? I saw the timestamp when you said it.
Yeah, so thinking that.
Power nap.
You are the last person who should be interrogating anyone about sleep.
I'm
Mind you,
normal,
so
I'm
am I,
normal,
so that's
I'm
fine.
normal.
I'm normal. Yes,
Mm,
you know,
yeah,
Very normal.
right.
Sure,
I believe you.
Is
Okay, I believe you.
okay. I believe
Exactly.
No.
Is today the day we escape the contraption finally?
I think it
we
is.
might
Yeah.
have
think it
one
is.
more
Oh
session.
my god, I want out of the box.
We've been in the box.
It is
for
a
so
lengthy
long.
box. Yeah.
Fox in the box.
The
I've
fox-
grown quite accustomed and comfy in my enclosure.
Oh no.
I think I wish to stay.
I think I wish to stay.
I think I wish to stay in my little box. In small box. No one else is.
Look,
Okay.
as long as all
Okay.
three dads keep visiting us, we'll
Alright.
get proper nourishment, right?
That's true.
That's
That
true.
is true.
Right.
True.
But
True.
okay, so
The dad rotation.
Yeah.
Worth
No,
missing.
Juan, you got this.
Why
Why is,
don't be
there,
nervous.
why is there a
Oh.
glizzy react on Petrichor?
I don't really know.
Glizzy.
The hot dog.
I
He
was
said he
like,
Is
didn't
it
have
for catering?
catering today.
Oh, the catering. Okay, I get it.
That's food, Jackson.
hey, you don't know you heard of it.
No, Claude, the nervous energy is very fitting for Tucker, so don't worry. And like, if
I
you're
don't
like,
know, man. The hot dog's an interesting choice for a food react. I like it though. Glizzies are great.
like Tucker stimming in his cell.
I mean,
just
to be
by
fair, we do have a cast of hot. To be fair, we do have a cast of hot dogs in this game.
That's
so.
true.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
god.
very true.
Wow.
Okay. We are
Wow.
going to start. I can handle this line with actual fucking yawn, probably.
What's the goblin?
Someone's AP.
Ah, shit. Did I fall asleep at my desk? I feel sore as hell. Ugh. Let's try not to do that again. I'm gonna need to stretch or something. I feel terrible. I'm eepy. Looking to the wall, I see.
Fuck.
I fall back on my ass, taking the chair with me.
That's what you get for making me sleep.
I stare up at him in total shock. His eyes look a bit half-lidded, and his outfit is a wrinkled mess. Did he wake up early just to do that? Bastard. But I guess it was kind of funny. I might have even laughed if not for the hard landing.
Jackass. Good morning to you, I guess.
I don't think I sprained anything, but a shock like that so early in the morning can't be good for me. While Marruk seems to be reveling in his little victory, I don't think he accounted for something. I have him trapped.
Well, there go my morning plans. Shame. I guess we'll just have to have a chat instead. Or maybe you should go back to bed. You are looking sleepy.
The mirth is drowned from his face as he realizes what I'm implying, even if he can't understand all of it. He curses to himself quietly and turns to face me. His drowsy eyes harden into an accusatory stare.
I liked you better when I couldn't understand you. But fine. I get to choose what we talk about, though.
You drive a hard bargain, but deal. What?
I could barely understand what you just said. Take it slow. You're lucky I can understand you at all.
Shit, right. I shouldn't push it, really. We've only had this luxury for less than a day. They still need time to learn my vocabulary, let alone idioms.
Sorry. Right. The topic?
Marruk gives me a shifty look before gazing off as if to ponder what to talk about. I guess he didn't have anything in mind. It is pretty early in the morning, I think.
Ah. So like, I know I've asked this already. But what are you? And before you answer all stupid and innocent, I mean, you call yourself a human, yeah? You're like some kind of mammal, I'm assuming? I vaguely remember Doc saying something like that. And can you finally answer what your title is? Are you a scientist? A soldier? An explorer?
I'd be a bit flattered that he's so interested in me, if I didn't know that he still wants to interrogate me. Still, no better way to assuage his fears than talking to him like this.
Yeah. I'm a mammal. Warm blood, bones on the inside, all that stuff. And as far as titles go, well, student? I read, write papers, go to classes. You get what I'm saying?
Some of it. It's weird. I didn't know the word for mammal in your language until you just repeated it, and it filled itself in. The rest was a bit messy. You learn for a living?
Well, no. I'm still being taught. Like this right now, kind of.
Oh, a student. That's disappointing.
Disappointing?
I expected more from someone who managed to find their way into such a secure place.
Well, since you brought it up, I do happen to like the title of Explorer.
It's a bit infuriating trying to get a read on you.
What do you mean?
Well, I can barely understand half of what you're saying. But also, just look at you. My brain is telling me I shouldn't be able to talk to you at all. And your lack of ear and tail movements is fucking annoying. Your face doesn't give me much to go on either. It's just confusing.
But you have facial expressions too. Isn't that enough?
Easier questions, damn it.
Fuck.
Why ears important? Eh?
It's... I don't know if you'd understand. I haven't seen you move your ears once. Can you even? Move your ears, I mean.
Not really. Some people can, but it's more, for show?
You wouldn't understand, I guess.
No. I get it. We have some species back home that do the same thing. I'm just asking why you need to focus on people's ears when you can talk and you have such defined facial expressions.
Look, I'm trying to be polite here, kid. But please, when you talk gibberish at me, it hurts a bit, alright? I got some of that. We use our ears like little things. Sometimes it just happens. I guess it's the same with our faces. Look, ask Doc or something. I can't describe it.
Sorry.
It's fine. Did you say something else?
I don't know if it's worth bringing up again, but he seems curious. Well, or at least polite enough to feign curiosity.
Other species back home use ears to talk.
Wait, what? Do you have an understanding of why ears are important to communication?
Well, yes and no. We understand they use them, but not what they are saying.
Oh, so it's a more primitive species. We have those too. I guess that's pretty obvious.
I think I'll refrain from telling him that they look exactly like him, but on 4 legs and a lot less advanced. Still not really sure how to approach that topic. I decide to shelve it for now.
So, any other questions?
Receiving a cold stare from Marruk feels like a pretty clear answer. Although, to my surprise, he decides to continue our conversation.
So, could you understand us from the beginning, yeah? Like, right when we first saw you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is that normal for you?
No, definitely not. I can only speak one language. I couldn't even understand any other languages back home.
Do you have a lot of languages where you're from?
A few.
Sounds about right. Still, doesn't sit right with me.
Seems beneficial. At least now, though. Yeah?
I guess. Still freaks me out a bit.
I mean, I've been freaked out since I got here, so...
Despite my killer joke, Marruk doesn't laugh. I'll just assume he didn't get it. With the awkward silence becoming unbearable, I foolishly try to reignite some kind of conversation.
So, the plans for today?
What of them?
Are we doing anything?
The same thing I've done every day for the past week. Make sure you don't leave your cell. Try to keep order. Etc., etc.
Right. Sorry.
It's fine. You can understand everything, right? You know how things are right now, yeah?
Well, I can understand the words, but not all the meanings, if that makes sense.
Oh, great. We have opposite problems. How helpful.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
The door down the hall shoots open, cutting off Marruk's inquiry. Marruk just clears his throat and steps back to see who is coming. I guess we'll pick up on that some other time. Since Marruk doesn't flinch to attention, I'm pretty sure it's safe to just assume it's good old...
Good morning, Marruk. Good morning, Tucker. Oh, were you already getting to work this morning? Wonderful.
Yep. Seems he brought breakfast too. Thank goodness. After dropping off something for Marruk to eat, he walks straight to the door and lets himself in, situating himself right next to me again. It's not unusual now. He's been doing it for a few days. But it is no less surprising. He's basically brushing up against me at this point. At least I'm a bit warmer.
How are you doing today, Tucker? Having a nice conversation with Marruk, I hope.
I'm okay. Thanks. And, yeah. Just talking about... well, me. Mainly.
Well, that's good. I hope you don't get too bored of that. It might become a topic of much intrigue.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It will be okay. Here. Have some breakfast and we can talk later.
You seem happier than usual this morning, Doc. Sleep well?
In lieu of an answer, he gives me one of his signature big dopey smiles and puts some breakfast in front of me. Maybe he didn't understand me.
Hey, Doc. Can you pop sit by yourself for a bit? I need to catch up on some work.
Hmm? Oh, yes, that's fine. Just come back when you're done and help with...
Yeah, I got it.
I have a not so sneaking suspicion I'm being treated like a child, but I can't put my finger on it. I hope Doc doesn't think I'm some helpless wretch. He'd never say it like that, but the idea stands.
So, while you're eating, if you don't mind, I thought I'd go over our plans today, hmm? Nothing too serious. Just some ideas I had.
Hmm? Oh, sure, Doc. Lay it on me.
Right. Well, let's see.
Right. I should lay off the phrases and idioms for now. Those seem to cause a lot of issues.
So, first I made a list of things that would be beneficial to go over. Ideas and concepts, some sentences, things like that. Then I thought we could try to hold a conversation. About anything, really. Just see how far we can get. I believe Director Rhoun will be free around then. He sent me a schedule, although I could barely understand it. It was a mess. Then I believe Professor Seno wants to stop by and make an announcement of some kind.
An announcement? It's only been a day. I hope nothing's gone wrong. And why is it always the chief? I know the captain put him in charge of me, but doesn't she call the shots around here? Shouldn't she be the one with an announcement? And...
Hello? Tucker, are you alright?
Ah! I was zoning out again.
Uh-huh? Sorry. What did you say?
I said... Does that sound alright for today? Is that too much? If so, we can slow down.
Oh no. It sounds fine. Thank you, Marrowyn.
I don't think he believes me.
Are you sure? You can tell me if you're not. It's my job to take care of you now.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Well, in truth, the announcement you mentioned, is that something I need to be worried about?
A large grin spreads across his face. All memory of his previous caution is lost to the wind.
Oh, sorry. Was I being ominous about that? I think you'll find it quite interesting. Ah!
Sorry.
Thank you, Marrowyn.
I like how you did that in his voice. That was amazing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just I
I'm
remember.
leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Jump
Bye.
scare.
Bye-bye.
My face is so red right now. I am sorry.
Oh my
I am so
God.
sorry for that.
Oh, I was expecting a reaction, but I wasn't expecting that reaction. That's amazing.
The foreshadowing. Jackson
Oh
knew.
my God.
You double.
I didn't know it was. I knew it was gonna come, but I didn't expect the phrasing. Phrasing. Okay, just he is wet.
All right. Just because I remember the first time I saw this, I saw his sprite where he lifts his arm, and I made the comment, "Please do that in the vest," and I'm finally being fed.
The kittens are being fed today.
Finally, some good fucking food in this prison cell.
Please, please, Marrowyn, we are so tired of gruel.
So just take a whiff. Yes. Okay.
I've got my antidepressant.
On your mark.
I'm
On your
ready.
mark, K9.
Okay, let me get back into it. But I promised him I wouldn't tell you.
You can tell I'm not happy with that answer.
Sorry. I'm sorry. In a moment. Oh god. I made the mistake of thinking back to that. Okay. I'm good. I'm professional.
He's normal. He's normal.
I'm sorry, Tucker. It's nothing bad, really. I promise. I know it may be hard to believe, but I really am trying to make everything here easier for you.
I still don't like being kept in the dark, but I can try to give him the benefit of the doubt here. After finishing what has become a routine meal for me, I put my dishes aside and wait for Doc to move on. Marruk walks back over too, seemingly done with whatever work he had. I'm surprised. I figured he would stay over there as long as he could.
So, is this all important list you mentioned, Doc? Everything we need to know to hold a meaningful conversation?
I wouldn't go that far, but I believe it will at least help.
Marruk scrolls through some screens on his monitor. While I can't say for sure, it seems like a pretty long list. I wonder if Doc expects us to read all of it back and forth.
Oh, here, Tucker. I prepared you one too.
He hands me a neatly printed out and stapled together document. I guess they still use paper here, at least sometimes. Looking at the document, though, I get the immediate thought that there might have been a slight mistake.
Hey, Doc?
Yes, Tucker?
You know I can't read this, right?
Marrow looks at his paper before looking at me, gently taking my paper from me. He has a confused look on his muzzle.
So, wait. I'm sorry. You can completely understand what we're saying. Every word, but you can't read our language at all?
I guess not. No.
That's fucking creepy.
Marruk!
No, Doc. I think he's right this time. I hadn't realized that these symbols were how you write. It makes sense in hindsight.
I can see the gears turning in their brains. I've got to use easier sentences.
Yeah. I can't read this.
Doc looks a bit dejectedly at his list before turning to Marruk, who just shrugs.
Well, then, that certainly is interesting. Really, none of it? Not even this?
He points to a mess of 3 symbols. Thinking back, they don't even look like any of the ones I've seen so far.
Nope. Sorry, Doc.
Sorry, is that music coming into the background at all?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay, I'm gonna go close my door real quick.
Well,
Be
no,
right
no, no.
back.
The game music is, but we don't hear
Oh,
any other
Nothing ambient.
music.
I'm just gonna go close the screen door real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Mhm.
Okay, we're back. Pinching his brow, he lets out a small sigh. I probably just made his job harder again.
Well, there goes some of my theories. Well, you're certainly an interesting one, Tucker. No worries. I'll just read them out to you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
Is that a yes or a no? Sorry, I don't quite understand.
Ah, I did it again. Even little things like that just won't translate correctly. This has proven to be a fucking hassle. I've never thought about how much my vocabulary is just phrases and slang and such.
Sorry, dog. That's a yes.
Alright. So, as you can see here... well, I thought it might be beneficial to start with some common phrases. In case you need to ask for anything. For example, I thought something as simple as, "What time is it?" would be great.
Seems like this is going to be an extended call and response session. Although boring, it's probably for the best since I've already confused them a few times today.
What time is it?
Doc just nods. Marruk seems to be checking the list, maybe curious as to what we'll go over later. Actually, I hope they don't mind, but I do have a question to ask beforehand.
Doc? Wait,
Is something wrong?
no. I was just curious. Can you explain time to me? Time here. How does time work here?
He tilts his head at me, which has the unintended consequence of making him look very cute as his ears flops over. But it seems as though my question didn't quite hit the mark.
I mean,
She's asking how to count time, right?
I'm surprised to see Marruk was actually even paying attention, let alone enough attention to figure out what I was asking.
oh, yeah, that. The days feel longer here?
Interesting. I suppose that would make a lot of sense in hindsight. Even with our own system, none of the planets share a common timetable. So without how do you pronounce that?
Ian.
Lian. Oh, is that an I?
It's an I.
Oh, it's an I. Ian. Is that how you say it?
I've said Ian.
Ian. Okay, I'll go with Ian. So, without Ian time...
What the hell is Ian? Is that their planet? I guess they never really told me where they're from. Wait, do they have more than one planet colonized?
Sorry, Tucker. I got lost in my own thoughts there a bit. Everyone tries to follow Ian time, a system of 34 marks in a day. It keeps everyone organized.
Seems longer than my days. Probably.
That would explain your erratic sleep schedule. I was worried while observing you. At first, I believed your species might just sleep at random times. But are you trying to say that you were just not used to such long days and nights?
Yes.
Well, that would certainly be a problem. It seems you have acclimated more now. Not so many issues?
Yeah. Thanks, Doc.
Of course. Do you have any other questions, or should we proceed?
I have thousands of questions, but right now I don't think I can ask most of them. I barely got through asking the last one, and it was only due to Marruk, of all people, who helps translate. A singular thought does come to mind, though. A concern for our missing member.
One question. Shouldn't we wait for Rhoun? How do you pronounce his name again?
Rhoun.
Rhoun? Won't he need to learn the words too?
Wait for Rhoun to... No worries. You're worried about him not being here to learn with us, correct?
I nod.
A small setback. He will have to simply update his version to include all the new words.
Really? That's it? That simple?
I probably ruined that explanation. It's of course far more complicated, but essentially, he has nothing to worry about. He'll stop by with Professor Seno before coming over, and he should be all caught up.
It definitely sounds like something is being left out. Like, sure, you can download it, as crazy as that sounds, but that's the normal part. When is it uploaded? Who's uploading the new data? Are their neurals Wi-Fi compatible? Ugh, whatever. As long as Rhoun can understand me, I won't press it for now.
Okay. Thank you.
He gives another less than reassuring smile, and we slowly work our way through the list. Where is the bathroom? What's for dinner? And can I eat this? It's not particularly interesting, but I can't complain with the sheer amount of ground we are covering. We cover some important words like sick, hurt, sad, alone. I feel like he only put those in because he's worried. That's kind of him. Either way, after a while, it gets to be too much, and I have to signal Doc to stop.
Are you alright? Did I say something wrong?
No. Sorry, Doc. I just need a break.
Marruk stands up and stretches.
Sounds good to me. I'm dying sitting down like this. Anyways, I'm gonna get a drink. Tired of water. Doc, you want anything?
No. Thank you, Marruk.
Turning to Doc, I'm met with a warm smile as he flips through some of the remaining pages of his document. We got through most of it. Well, closer to 2/3. It's denser than I thought.
It's getting closer to lunch, Tucker. Perhaps we should just wait until then? I believe Rhoun should be coming a bit sooner than expected. It seems he has, well, I couldn't tell by his message entirely, but it seems like he finished work early.
His message? Oh, sorry.
His message? Do you have a monitor? I've never seen you use one.
He looks a bit stunned. I think I keep surprising them by how intelligent I am sometimes. It's not trying to brag. I just think he underestimates me. Being trapped in a cage doesn't really make me seem particularly smart, so it's understandable.
Oh, yes. Let me just,
He reaches around and pats down his pockets, trying to find something. It does have a monitor, right?
Here.
He pulls out a small device. Does he have a goddamn flip phone?
You must have not noticed me checking it. I even forgot where to put it.
He holds it out for me to look at. and looks dead. I try not to show my suspicion.
Although, as you may or may not know, as someone with a neural, I don't particularly need a monitor.
Okay, wait, sorry. What do you mean?
Well, a neural can perform most of the same functions. I'm sure you've seen Rhoun using his. Well, his arm to perform tasks, no?
I suppose I have, but is Doc trying to tell me that the chip in his head acts like a cell phone? That seems a bit much to believe.
So wait. Can you message people with your neural? Like a monitor?
Oh, I believe I have misled you slightly. I merely meant that it can perform some of the functions that monitor can.
He seems to have gone back on the statement pretty quickly. Something feels up, but I don't know why Doc would lie to me.
Okay, but I did want to ask, if I may. Doc? Why do you have a neural?
He looks a bit worried. Wonder if I should stop talking. But I know I can finally learn something and I feel compelled.
They seem to interface with, well, replacement body parts. Like Rhoun's arm and Marruk's eye. I think it's his eye, at least.
What are you asking, Tucker?
He sounded almost cold asking that.
I'm curious, Marrowyn. You don't seem to be, well, missing any body parts, so why do you have a neural if a monitor can do everything it can do?
His eyes widen and he looks around the room. I can see that he's, consciously or not, tightening up and folding his arms. Shit, I made the one Karain here who truly cares about me nervous. I have to do something.
Hey, Doc. I'm sorry.
You really are surprising.
He cuts me off before I have a chance to fully apologize. He seems to regain some sense of composure before beginning again.
I'm sorry. I'm fine, really. Most Karain don't see through my poor excuses so easily.
I sit and wait, stunned, petrified that I have ruined what little good faith he had in me.
Tucker, I'm heartless.
What? No. You're...
Literally. I meant that as a fact, Tucker. I was born with a congenital heart defect. If it wasn't dealt with, I would have passed away. When I was very young, I had it removed and replaced with a machine. My neural helps it keep it working. My father says I was lucky to be born with such long fur because you can't even see the scars.
Oh, Blah will be right back.
Yep.
I'm back. I just got the fish.
Fimsh.
Okay. Here. Marrowyn. I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
He takes a few moments to compose himself further. A few deep breaths and a wipe of his massive brow. I sit, unable to move. Hoping beyond hope I haven't ostracized myself. I think Marrowyn finally realizes how worried I am. His trademark smile returns to his face.
I'm sorry for worrying you, Tucker. This is just something I don't talk about often. It's quite personal to me, as you can imagine. But please, think nothing of it. I am not upset in the slightest, and you simply caught me off guard.
Are you sure? I'm really sorry for bringing it up.
I mean it.
Sorry.
No, I like to interpret that as him like cutting Tucker off, just like a yo, it's fine.
Okay.
Like I mean it. But anyway, want me to give this again anyway?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean it. No harm done whatsoever.
He puts a large paw down next to me, as if asking for permission for something. I simply pat it. He looks confused, but happy.
Although, I should warn you. While I am fine talking about my neural and the reasons I have it, I would be more considerate when approaching this topic around Rhoun or Marruk. They have their own reasons for them that I cannot go into. Just know to be more careful around them.
I've already asked Rhoun about his arm. I guess in hindsight, that was a really dumb thing to do.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry again, Marrowyn. Really.
It's fine, it's fine. I'll hear no more of it. You've just surprised me, it's all.
I think his disarming smile is getting to me, as I do believe him. Let's drop it for now, anyways. Wait, no. There's one more thing.
Marrowyn. I'm sorry. I do have one more question.
Hmm? Yes, what is it?
You mentioned your father earlier. Is your father the chief? I mean, Tyr.
Oh, yes, how observant of you. From the first day, you really were just watching us as we were watching you, hmm? But yes, Professor Senno is my father. My adoptive father.
I was just wondering with the last names and all. Which is weird. They work the same way where I'm from.
Really? Fascinating. I guess some things are eerily similar, even across the stars.
We share a faint smile before the sound of a door opening draws our attention. My favorite warden has returned. He walks over and gives us a judgmental once-over.
Did I miss something?
Oh, no. Just, chatting.
He just rolls his eyes and holds up a colorful bottle, clinking it against the glass.
Doc, that's the one you like?
Hmm? Oh, thank you, Marruk. You didn't have to get that.
Don't worry about it. So what now? Did you go over more? What? Did you go? 1 second. So what now? Did you go over more of the list while I was gone? Or are you waiting for him to show up?
Him?
No, we're just taking a break. When Rhoun gets here, we can continue.
Whatever.
Right. Well, until then, we should still try to work a bit. Any ideas on your mind, Tucker?
Well, I
got a question for you.
I guess Marruk is going to lead this conversation then. It's fine. I guess.
Marruk, we talked about this.
What?
It's fine. I didn't have much to say.
He looks unconvinced, but I'm just used to Marruk being a jackass already, so whatever.
Can you tell us more about your species? Humans, or whatever you call them.
What do you want to know?
So you say you aren't capable of, like, faster than light travel. But you're here.
Well, yeah. But I don't know how I got here. Are you capable of faster than light travel?
Marruk looks like he's going to answer, but falters, turning to Doc to answer instead.
Are we?
No. Not that I know of. And I would probably know.
Yeah. So strange. Well, what technology do you have then? You've got spaceflight, right?
Yes, but no. We can get to space, but it's not easy. And we only have really small space stations. Nothing like this.
The novelty of casually acknowledging I'm on a space station of some kind is not lost on me. It's still something that I have a hard time parsing, and would like more concrete proof from their word. I hope I can find a window soon. If they even have windows.
So, only the beginning of space travel? Interesting. In your drawing, you also showed satellites, though. And we believe your monitor device is also capable of sending and receiving signals. Correct?
Yeah. We had plenty of satellites. Too many, I think. And my phone could send signals. Yes.
Now that we are talking about this topic, I suppose I did have some questions in mind as well. If you don't mind. I was curious if you could elaborate on how you live. How you... One sec. How your species lives, I suppose.
Oh, sure. I can try.
We'll pause here for the half.
Yippee!
Good job, Bois.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, that was incredible. Good job.
You did really
really good
well.
job, wow.
Hydration check, by the way.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry,
oh, shit,
I'm
I'm sorry.
hydrating.
Go everyone. But go.
Yeah, everyone's so good.
No falling over until afterwards, then you can sleep on the floor.
How dare Rhoun not show up though, so we can do the rotation.
Right?
Right?
The audacity.
Me and All-Star are like so hungry for lines.
Trust me, he will have his time.
I swear to God.
We get a full day of him to prep you guys.
Yay.
And it's
A
great.
full day of prepping Rhoun.
Oh no.
Oh, please.
I know what I said.
Good lord.
I'm still not over K9's reaction.
It was so
I am
good.
Never gonna be over that. honestly, I was gonna say the video should have like a Vine Boom sound effect over it, but we can't cover up that reaction.
No.
Can we
no.
make it a soundbite?
Oh,
Please, God.
Oh my God,
Please.
thing is, I don't know if I'll be able to isolate my audio or not, but we'll see. Thing is, don't worry, I don't need a Vine Boom. I have an idea.
Oh, God. This I gotta see. I'm so excited.
Oh my God, before the last read, like, I tend to wake up because I try to sleep as much as I can quote unquote, before.
It's a
Yeah.
lie. You do
Uh,
not try to sleep as much as you can. That is a lie.
I just meant like before the read starts. So I'm usually like up to them, like pretty close to when before the read starts. But anyways, like Ice Fang and Twind were watching the like the previous YouTube video, like recording to catch up, and Ice Fang had screamed in the server about the Germa thing, and I was like, "What Germa thing?" And I went and watched that later, and oh my god,
It's so good. It's
So good.
so
that is a literal jump scare.
Super rude.
I'm sorry.
No,
but
it was funny,
Jackson
but it was
gave-
also rude.
Jackson
My
gave me
favorite thing was
context, blame
It's
him.
my fault.
My favorite
You're
thing was
fine, K9. I
my favorite thing
appreciated
was
it.
seeing Ice Fang's reaction. When Ice Fang
True.
changed his reaction, it just
So-
killed me.
True.
We were discussing that earlier, I think, in a VC, and like I want to comment that like the way you reacted, Ice, was so fucking Irish. It was like, oh, fuck right off.
Fuck right off.
All the way off.
So
All the
good.
way off.
That's something for Ice to say in his Sid voice.
It's like literally like people where I live are literally like so if you just get on their nerves, it's just oh fuck up, will you?
Love that.
I was trying to do a Scottish accent for my coworkers the other day, and I realized they say cunt way too much for me to do that in like down here.
Scottish is also very challenging.
It is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I can do a really bad dwarven Scottish type thing shtick.
I'm so ashamed. I have to admit, I do a Scrooge McDuck if I need to go Scottish.
Oh, interesting.
It's the only way I can like anchor it in my brain, and it's still not very good.
Well, I mean,
Scottish is hard. I think Scottish is easier than Irish, though. Irish is very light and floaty.
Irish comes much easier for me.
I find Irish a lot easier than Scottish, to be honest.
I find Scottish easier than Irish too.
Oh, really? Oh.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is that like Irish is still very modular though, because like, I mean, it's subtle, but I mean, like, whenever I'm doing my Irish accent, like mine is different from Pink's because like we live in different places, and so it changes between each location.
Yeah.
Like, there's different influences, and like so it's hard to nail down. But I mean, like.
Oh, I just heard it. That down
I
right there.
heard it
was
too.
like
Hard to nail
so
down.
Irish. Hard to nail down.
You think you don't think I have? You're only now realizing I'm speaking in my fucking Irish accent. I've been doing it for the past few minutes.
No, I mean that was like such a big moment. It's like whenever I say y'all or some shit.
Because it wasn't just down, it was doing. Like there was a Y in there.
doing?
No, there was like a Y-ish sound in there
There
somehow.
was.
It's like Zeb
Yeah.
saying quesadilla.
Oh my god.
Then say it ain't so. So you don't think you say the lot.
I doubt I say quesadilla.
I'm going down to the poop
Okay,
right now.
what is the thing that you put on the outside of the quesadilla?
The
Hurricane
That you wrap it up
tortilla.
with.
The tortilla?
The package
Yeah.
that you put it in.
The tortilla.
Yes, the wrapping.
So I have known people who say tortilla for sure.
Oh god.
I've known people who say that.
I say it ironically.
Yeah, it's not ironic sometimes here.
No.
And a corn
Zeb.
tortilla.
No, not the puppy. No, not Sephiroth calling me a puppy.
Oh god.
What's up,
Crash
I
that
said?
one, Zeb.
Just watching the
Oh,
internet
God, one
lose its
second.
mind over that clip was just so
It's
good.
so fucking
Can I be
good.
real? I didn't think it was actually real.
So,
Zeb, how do you
No,
pronounce
it's
it?
real.
so I actually have no idea how you would pronounce that. And like my gut instinct is to say flotilla, which I know is
No,
wrong.
No, that's
Flotilla's
right.
Oh my
Flotilla's
I'm just-
right.
But
I'm
it's
just
flotilla.
harassing you. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to give you an existential linguistic crisis.
It almost worked.
Tortilla.
Ice Finn's being spicy as per usual.
Flotilla.
I thought flotilla would have an A in it though. Like I know the word, but I would have thought it had an A.
The flotilla.
Because like flotilla comes from Spanish, but the original word is flotilla. So it's not even like he doesn't have the double L in the original one either.
Huh.
Okay,
That's what I
we're
meant.
half. Who wants to swap?
Well, I saying you're subbing in. Tag team you.
I'm good to
Swap
swap
Beetle.
out
Good to
Marrowyn
swap.
for Akiba.
Alrighty.
I can also
Yeah.
swap this one.
Yeah, swapping out the fake deep voice with the actual deep voice.
Dugan is Tucker, I believe. Unless
Am I?
anybody else wants to?
I thought it was either Octus or
Horizon.
Ryzen. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
Could be anything.
I wanted Ryzen to do Chief, but I don't know if Chief is coming.
No, he shows up at the end of the day.
He
Ooh.
came. Oh, well.
Ooh, woo.
I'm an
He
old man.
comes. He came.
He does be coming and lying. And gaslighting. Very nice.
Octus or Ryzen, would either of you like to do Tucker?
Oh, and Boost too. Boost also needs to voice someone.
It's true. Boost, you could do Tucker.
Me, Tucker. Okay.
Okay, Boost. If Chief shows up, Octus or Ryzen, would either of you guys like to do Chief?
I would love to. Unless Octus wants to really bad.
We'll cross that bridge when he shows up.
Feel free, go ahead.
We'll fight to the death when I get to it. Nothing personal. I know you're a Kiba's friend, but like,
Yeah.
nothing personal, kid.
It's just business, mate. It's just business.
You fucking what?
It's just fucking business, mate. I don't make the fucking deals here. I just do the fucking goods.
All right, let's do this, comrades. We are gonna have fun now, yes?
Don't get your knickers in a twist there. It's just business.
Oh my god.
Strange.
God, blah.
We should. Who's doing All Star again? Mars or is it
Who's doing
not
All-Star?
Who's doing All-Star?
All-Star?
William and Marrow at the same
get in
time,
line.
if he has his
Oh my
way.
gosh.
I mean, get in line. But,
Ice Fang?
Who's doing Rhoun? We're sticking with All Star or we're sticking with Mars? I can't remember. I forgot.
Oh, well, we were gonna split off at the half and do one in the first half.
Who was doing the
Rowan.
first half? I forgot.
Well, Rowan was hiding in the walls for the first half.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
DID.
Windows being pretty.
You can do it if you want, All Star.
if you're sure, because I'm happy to give it to you if you want Mars. But,
I was going to say Mars did do it last session.
It is true.
if you're sure, then I'll. I'll
Rhoun
hang on
has a
to it.
whole day, so we'll have a lot of Rhoun coming up. Trust me. Okay, we'll start with
Okay.
All Star for now.
Thank you.
I'm starting.
Also, just to check one more time, I saw them speak up earlier. Octus, is there any role that you want to go for, or are you all good?
I imagine I should be fine with whatever, I think, potentially.
Gotcha. That's all good then.
Okie dokie. A single rogue thought strikes me. That's a fairly innocuous question, though, but what are the chances, no matter how small, that I am telling them something I shouldn't? Could they, invade Earth? I could be betraying my whole species and not even know it. They say they don't have faster than light travel, but they could just be lying. My paranoia might be getting the best of me here. This is dipping a bit too much into crappy sci-fi, even for me. Still, I'll keep it vague.
Right. Sorry, what did you ask?
No worries. I simply asked if you could maybe tell us what life is like for your species on your planet. Wait, you do have a name for your planet, right?
Oh yeah, it's Earth. Or Terra. Gaia. Earth. It's Earth.
That's a lovely name.
That's a dumb name.
Doc shoots Marruk a nasty side eye and he straightens up a bit.
Our home planet is named what?
Eo?
Eo. Eo. Okay.
Oh, that's a nice name.
We've gotten a bit off track here, haven't we?
You're quite right. Thank you, Marruk. Now, Tucker, if you don't mind.
Right. Well, most people live in cities all across the planet. Although I guess we just live just about anywhere, even in remote countrysides or extreme climates.
Wow. It's harder to explain the human experience than I thought it would be.
Oh, my juicy wet.
That's the human experience.
Yeah.
Help!
Was that on accident?
It's Yugen's entry noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And also
officially a
Yugen's
road to
entry
travel
noise.
reading. Jackson's having a giggle attack.
We are killing Jackson
Ah!
today.
Stop
The
it!
beers, the
Help!
beers really do be hitting.
Help! Okay. I'm normal. I took my normal pills.
Mm.
Where's my husband? Doc, writing down everything I say as gospel really isn't helping.
Families live together and get around in cars, at least where I'm from. I actually live in a dorm.
Sorry, this might be too early still. I'm not getting a lot of this.
Oh, right. The AI.
Yeah, we can come back to it. Sorry, Doc.
It's fine. Maybe we should talk about something easier. Can you describe your species more? Or we could just always wait till lunch.
No, it's fine. What do you mean by describe, though?
Well, as I hope you have seen, Karain can be quite different from one another. But we are all the same species, genetically. And there are male and female Karain. That sort of thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Humans can have darker or lighter skin. And there are male and female humans as well. Wait. You've all been referring to me as a male, right?
Yes? Why do you bring it up?
How do you know I'm a male?
Marruk tries to look off, as if he's avoiding the question.
Well, you are, aren't you? A male?
Marrowyn, answer the question.
Well, when you were still out, after you were apprehended, the emergency medical team did a quick examination of you. And, well, we simply assumed the rest.
I feel my face becoming quite flush. I guess that would explain some things.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. It was before I was briefed on what was going on. And before I stopped them from going further.
Going further? Actually, I'm not going to think about that right now.
Well, yes, I am male.
That certainly sucked the life out of the room. Even Marruk looks embarrassed. Trying to keep things going and move on from whatever that was, I decided to ask another question that has been on my mind.
Hey, so, there is something I've been curious about.
They both snap back to reality and look at me. Doc clears his throat.
Yes?
I've been having a hard time gauging how old you are. On account of being different species and all. If you don't mind me asking.
Oh. Of course. I was curious about that for you as well. I'm 34, Ikian cycles old. Ian cycles old. Okay. Although I am still unsure how old that would make me in Earth cycles.
Oh, he's older than I thought. Not that he's really old, just, well, I don't know. He could live to be 300 for all I know. Looking to Marruk for an answer, I'm met with just a glare. I return a confused expression.
You first.
Really? I'm 25. In Earth cycles.
He lets out a sigh.
Thank the eye. If you were older than me and I had to feign some kind of respect for you, I'd quit right now.
That doesn't answer the question.
Huh? Oh. 29.
Marruk.
Doc gives Marruk a disapproving stare, to which Marruk simply scoffs and turns away. This is Rhoun. All-Star, you're up.
I'm 27.
Fuck.
What the heart?
Rhoun just looks around confused. It seems none of us noticed him come in.
Am I interrupting something? I brought lunch.
He harmlessly shows off the lunch tray he's carrying. And how is he always so sneaky? I can't help but laugh. Only Meryl laughs with me.
Did he get his burger? I need to know.
Puppy got
Is he gonna eat it Germacore style?
Num 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 num.
Oh, you regretted saying that.
Lunch was about as exciting as breakfast, which is to say, repetitive and bland. Everyone sat painfully quiet. Marruk and Rhoun turned away from each other like children. Marrowyn barely sipped on the drink he was given. I hope all our meals aren't this stressful. Doc suggests we continue with his list for a bit, to which there is no objection nor jubilation. And I preferred when we were just talking, no matter how awkward it got. Unfortunately for all of us, in a mark or so, the list runs dry.
Well, that's what I had planned today. I do suggest that we maybe converse a bit more. It will be a few marks before Professor Seno has time to stop by.
Well, any ideas, Doc?
Me? No, not particularly.
Everyone seemingly stares off into their own little worlds. No one dares impose a topic on another. No one dares to impose a topic onto the others. I'm more tired than I thought myself, at least socially. An idea does pop into my head, though. I would like to try and get to know these three better. I mean, it seems like I'm going to be stuck with them for a while, so I see no reason not to.
I have a question, actually. I was curious about this place. This station.
Of course. What are you curious about?
Well, can you tell me what you do here? Besides, like, your job titles. I mean, what's the station for? And how big is it?
Those are some worrying questions, kid. Any reason you're asking?
Marruk, please put some faith into Tucker. They are just curious about where they are forced to live. For the foreseeable future. They aren't even that specific.
Fine. Maybe I am being a bit defensive.
Thank you. As for your question, Tucker, the station's primary function is for research. It's a mobile research vessel. Well, fairly mobile, at least. Being off-world has its benefits, as we can test things that might be too dangerous planetside or out here in space.
And it's certainly not an explanation. That's certainly an explanation, but it does leave me more curious than not. I feel he just teased what really goes on here.
As for its size, it's quite large. Our crew is over 500 now.
500? Really? This place must be massive.
It is. It takes a lot to keep it running. I feel Rhoun could attest to that.
What? Yeah. There's always something to fix.
A stellar review from Rhoun, I see.
Well, yes, it happens, I suppose. You mentioned you have space stations around your world. I take it they are not this scale?
Not even close. I think the most people they can support is like 10.
Then this truly must come as a surprise.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm still in shock. There must be tons to do around here then, right? Or is it all just labs?
You can feel like it's all just labs.
Yes, the hallways here can get a bit repetitive. But no. There's far more here than just labs. There's the mess halls, there are rec rooms, gyms. Marruk, how could you not mention the gym? I know you spend most of your off hours there.
Gee, thanks, Doc. How about you give them my whole schedule while you're at it?
Oh, don't be like that. You're there every other day. He'd find out soon enough.
Marruk looks like he wants to respond, but thinks better of it. I'd have felt bad for him if it wasn't such a small thing. Well, maybe the gym is where he can be alone and blow off some steam, so I understand if he'd not want me there bothering him. Still, not sure he'll have a choice once I'm out of here.
As I was saying, though, there's the library, the greenhouse, the observatory, the pools. There's always something to do.
A pool? In space? How do they keep the water down? Wait, speaking of, why is there gravity at all here? Shouldn't we be floating?
Hey, Doc, sorry to cut you short. I have another question.
What is it?
We're in space, yeah? Like, the station is floating?
Yes?
How is there gravity then?
I'm sorry, Taka. What's that last word?
Ah, damn it. Still with this. I'm becoming spoiled with how quickly they learned that I've forgotten how much there is still to teach them. Picking up Doc's bottle, and taking extra care to make sure that the cap is on, I demonstrate by dropping it onto the ground.
This? How come this happens?
Oh. Gravity. Of course. Well, I know the name of the machine. Otherwise, you're asking the wrong Karain. Rhoun, do you know more about that?
Once again, Rhoun snaps out of whatever he was thinking about and his eyes flit to us. He seems more aware of the situation this time. And I really hope he's okay here. He's been so kind to me. I'd hate if he was uncomfortable.
The Mayron? Not really. The engineering staff doesn't really let me close to it. I know it messes up your monitor if you get close to it, though. When I was once there to fix a pipe, my arm went, like, numb. And it stopped working after a while. My, synthetic arm. It was fine. Sorry. I don't know more.
No, that's more than enough. I mean, I hope that's enough for you, Tucker. If you wish to know more, I can ask someone to explain it to me and let you know what I learned.
No, it's fine. It just came to mind is all. That's pretty incredible either way.
This place really is something. It seems almost as confusing to me as it is to them. Which in of itself isn't too reassuring. But they've made it this far, so I should be fine.
So with all those options, what do you all do when you're not working?
Sleep.
You already know.
I haven't had too much time off recently, so I couldn't say.
Doc, you're always lurking in that lab of yours doing something or other. You really should take some time off.
That's not true. I've just been busy, is all. There's a lot happening right now between this and the professor's experiment. But, yes. Break would be nice.
Is that really all that you do with your free time, though? All of you?
They all look around, maybe surprised that I'd press them for more information. I'd just like to get to know them better.
I don't always just sleep. Sorry. I also enjoy going to the library to read. Or the pool.
You? You go to the pool?
Yes?
Can you swim with that thing?
It's waterproof. Though, I don't swim a lot. I mostly like to sit in the shallows or the hot tub. When no one's there. There's also a sauna. Which can be nice.
Wait, when no one's there? What do you mean?
Oh,
He shifts to Marrow, as if looking for permission, before looking at the ground.
I just know when it's rather quiet.
You go after they close down, huh?
Rhoun visibly shifts on the floor, trying to find a comfortable position. Ah, damn it. I totally put him on the spot. It's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Marruk looks him up and down, his trademark scowl not budging an inch.
Not bad. Dangerous and stupid, but not bad.
Did Marruk give him credit? For breaking a rule? That's different. As no one makes any moves to continue that particular conversation, Doc decides to chime in.
I also enjoy going to the library. It's just been hard to find the time. It's also nice to visit the observatory, to try to catch a glimpse of the eye, amongst other things.
Is it a big library? I can't imagine having books up here as a good use of space.
Another astute observation, Tucker. It's more of a reading room, although there are some books.
Looking to Marruk, who has yet to answer, I find him just giving me an inquisitive look. I return an equally judgmental stare.
Yeah.
What?
Well, what do you do with your time off?
Work out.
That can't be it.
You saying I'm lying?
I mean, yeah.
I don't get the luxury of having time off. I always have to patrol something, or make schedules, or help someone out.
Uh-huh.
And Doc leans over and not so quietly whispers in my ear.
I know it's an American choice hanging out in the observatory garden. Sometimes they even...
All right, Doc. You've had your fun.
Doc giggles like a kid, and even Rhoun can't help but smile a little. Marruk might even be... Wait. Are his ears red? Oh, wow. Poor guy. That's what you get for not sharing, I suppose. All of their ears twitch, but a second later I hear the sound of the door down the hallway opening. Everyone settles down and turns to the hallway. Rhoun and Marruk see who's coming first as they stand to attention. Well, Marruk stands to attention. Rhoun just gets up and dusts himself off. Doc, knowing what's coming, gets up as well. He offers me a hand. A paw to get up. He's definitely stronger than he looks as he almost pulls my arm off, helping me up. I think he notices that he put too much effort into it, but he doesn't have time to apologize as Tyr walks into view. We need a Tyr.
Ryza?
I will go with it. Unless Actus wants to. Alright, did Actus do something? Oh, there you go. Sure, I'll go. Director, Lieutenant, Dr. Tucker. How has the learning AI been working for you? Exemplary, I hope.
Oh yeah, Tyr, it's working great.
Does he have a neural installed? I have no idea if he can understand me. I give him a thumbs up and hope that translates well enough.
Yes, Professor Senna. It has been working beyond expectations.
A simple nod from Tyr is enough.
Now, I believe you have been informed that I have some news for you. Correct?
I nod. I feel this can only be one of two things. I pray that it is what I've been hoping for.
After conferring with the captain, and with the input of Dr. Senna and Lieutenant Saris here, we have tentatively agreed to grant you harbor on our station. Your blood samples and the air quality tests from the cell have shown you also carry no malicious microorganisms. We've concluded that you pose no immediate threat to us as a whole. You are free to leave the cell as of tomorrow at the 28th mark. There are, of course, rules you must follow. But I will allow your caretakers to elaborate on that. It's a pleasure to have you on board. I hope we can learn much from each other.
He offers a small bow, and I can barely manage a nod. I'm already getting a bit bleary-eyed. I can barely stand. This is so great. Yes! Getting out of here! Getting out of the contraption!
Ahem, J.K. Lowell. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be off to finalize some paperwork for your release. Doctor, if you would be so kind.
Yes, of course, sir.
He gives me one last grand smile, causing me to almost tear up again. And then he heads out. There's only silence as they walk out, no one daring to intrude on what just happened. And after an eon or so of shuffling, Rhoun pipes up.
Congrats, Tucker. Sounds like we, might be hanging out more. Well, working more?
Thank you, Rhoun. I'm overjoyed. Really. I hope it won't be too much of a bother.
I'm sure you won't.
We both look at Marruk, who is still staring down the corridor. A grim mask of determination plastered on his muzzle.
Isn't this what you expected? Didn't Tyr say you advised them on the decision?
I did.
So...
I advised them. I did not say letting you roam freely was the best option.
I mean, oh.
The darkness comes creeping in through the corners and unseen holes.
But they'll be allowed out, yeah?
Yes, Director, they will be. It seems the captain has no use for my judgment. So enjoy it while it lasts, but one slip up, and I think we both know where you'll end up.
My heart drops in my chest. Did he really advocate for me to be stuck in here longer?
Yeah, stay the fuck out of my garden.
Marruk, are you serious? Haven't you seen how miserable I've been in here?
I thought it was understood what my opinion was on this matter. Anyways, you can communicate now. You could ask for anything you'd need from the doc. I'm sure he'd do anything for his new toy.
Toy?
But that's not enough, Marruk. I can't be in here. Can't you see that?
And you won't be. Didn't you hear Tyr? You're free.
I stagger backwards a bit, unable to comprehend what I'm being told. Maybe there's just some kind of lapse in judgment. How could he just suggest something like that, though? I notice Rhoun staring at me, worried. I offer a pathetic smile, but he knows of its falsity.
You will be out of here tomorrow, Tucker. I'll make sure I can be here. I promise.
He gazes to Marruk, who's already sulked back to his bench and is sending messages or God knows what.
Don't worry, Tucker. Well...
He doesn't know what to say. I don't know what he could say. He doesn't have to say anything. It's Marruk who has to apologize. Or say that it was all one big joke. But he's not the humorous type. Rhoun shuffles around nervously before turning to leave.
I have to go. Make sure my schedule is okay. Remember, you get out tomorrow. No matter what, now. Have a good night, bud.
Thanks, Rhoun. You too.
I'm alone now. Or rather, I almost wish I were alone. Carefully looking over to him, I see that he's just pretending to work, and is actually looking at me. I walk over to my bed and lay down, covering myself in my blanket. A thin veil to ward off the eyes boring into the back of my skull. It does not work as I'd hoped. A soft rapping on the window pulls me from whatever comfort I was tricking myself I was in. Pretending I didn't hear anything only exacerbates the knocking. Okay, I can do this. I am getting out of here. The powers above him said so already. Standing up proves no challenge, but facing him with a modicum of bravery does. Casually trying to look as though I have control of myself is no small feat. He's just staring off into the distance. A vain attempt to look cool? Or perhaps he can't face me either. Knowing him, the former.
What, Yasundere?
Great way to start a conversation, dumbass. Antagonize him, why don't you? Wait, no. He deserves no kindness tonight.
I wanted to explain myself.
Alright.
I've told you my loyalty lies with the station and its crew first. Their safety is my #1 priority. No excuses.
And that's supposed to make it okay? That you wanted to lock me up?
I never said it was okay. Or that this was an excuse. But you seemed upset.
Of course I'm upset, Marruk.
Why? I've told you where my priorities lie.
Because I want to be out of this cell.
And you will be. And maybe you would have been anyways. I just suggested more time to study you, that's all. And you can communicate now, so you'd get anything you'd have needed. Isn't that enough?
No. I don't want to be here. I don't even know why I'm here.
Fine. You're getting out anyways. So none of this matters.
He turns to walk away. I can't believe him, though. Like I'd be fine in this cell. He's seen what I've been through. He's one of the only ones, and yet he still believes I'm a threat. I really cannot understand him. Bastard! I feel like yelling and smashing this damn wall down, but it's pointless. He's right. I'm getting out, so nothing else matters. Returning to my bed, I find myself exhausted. And I simply wish to fade away. My wish is not granted. It takes an unholy amount of time to find some semblance of peace. The ghastly and faint light cast over me as a veil over a corpse. Eventually, the swaying of stellar waves lulls me to sleep. Hopefully, for the last time in this cell. Day 6. Of course, sleeping through the night is a kindness I'm not afforded. Be it stress or anxiety, I'm once again roused to the world of the living and the waking. Sitting up, I shake off the vertigus and look around. The wall is down. I see no reason to stay. Walking feels wrong, though. The air is thick, as if thousands of cobwebs are holding me back, a sea of ichor just beyond perception. Down the hallway I've seen only once before, I leave. There are no guards. No, there's no one. Am I here? Looking down, I confirm my vain existence and keep moving forwards. The hallways here are boringly sparse. Their sickening repetition irks something in the back of my skull. Like a needle twisting through my brain. It burns, yet I do not scream. Why am I here? What tainted architect twists me down this path? The school mascot? What? Oh, I see. A grim reminder of what I've lost. Or a visage of what is to come. May this horror deliver me into the waking world. Waking up with a jolt, I sit up straight. Wiping off my forehead, I find it drenched with sweat. My breath is heavy and laden with adrenaline and fear. What a fucking nightmare. What a weird fucking nightmare. Looking to the wall, I see that it is indeed still intact. I also see him, standing there, an expression of inscrutable design upon his face. Fear? Worry? But at what? For me? Or because of me? I've got to stop being so needlessly philosophical in the mornings. I give him a shy wave, allowing myself to believe his expression was one of worry for me, and nothing more.
You all right in there?
What's that supposed to mean? He damn well knows I'm not. My morning delirium does not allow me to act rationally, causing me to snap out.
Do you care?
With a scathing side eye. I'm sure I'm far less intimidating than I imagined myself looking. Disheveled, dirty, and exhausted. But it's all I can muster. His expression does not change. Not a scowl, but an indecipherable mess. A mask I would rather have bearing down on me in anger. Something I understand than this. A feeling of sharp regret cuts through me. A genuine question met with a disdainful stroke. A measured sigh relieves me of the last of my fetid weariness, and the world becomes clear.
What the fuck was that? I'm sorry. I'm fine. Nightmare is all.
He's not reacting. Is there confusion? Fear? Perhaps nothing at all.
I don't know that word.
What is he? Oh, of course. Why would he?
Like bad dreams, scary thoughts.
Still nothing. I'm beginning to believe I've not woken from the dream. Or perhaps simply found myself in another dream altogether.
You're afraid of dreams? Okay, kid. Do you need help?
Help?
You were screaming.
Yes?
Are you sure you're all right?
I'm stressed out. What are you doing, Marruk?
What do you mean?
Doing this. Asking. Pretending to care. Now, after all this time? After yesterday?
If that's what you want to think, kid.
Call me by my name, damn it!
Finally, my outburst seems to have evoked something in him. Anything. Yet it does not last.
Look, Look, do you need anything? Doc will be here soon with breakfast.
No. I don't.
Marruk gives me a worrying stare. His expression shifts back to a slight scowl. Fortunately, he just sighs and rolls his eyes. Muttering under his breath, he turns away. I feel fortunate that I cannot hear him. Washing up in the sink, I ponder what even just happened. I'm still drowsy and the adrenaline is long gone. I feel like we went through this just last night. What if he was actually worried, though? How am I supposed to be able to tell? He acts heartless, but now when I'm having a nightmare, he cares all of a sudden? Even then, he still took the chance to belittle me. I think. Maybe I should apologize. I've been here before, damn it. I just can't tell what goes on behind those eyes. One day it's just yelling at me, the next a modicum of compassion, but now he says I could be a threat to everyone around me. Maybe he deserves an apology for me snapping at him this morning. But my question still stands. Why now? Why pretending or not, care about me now? He's seen what I've been through, and I've told him so. So what is it? Regret? Has he just now realized what's been done to me? And how I've lost everything? I suppose it could be. But even so, I cannot be sure. It's way too early for this. I'll just apologize and get on with my life. I know this will haunt me otherwise, no matter who he is. He's shown some semblance of kindness to me at times, and that's worth something. Maybe not, though. Fuck. Is this giving him too much credit? Is this a Stockholm syndrome? Am I Marco from Adaster? Why do I even care? Oh, right. I'm going to be living with him for the foreseeable future. Or at least be around him a lot. We have to keep on good terms. If nothing else. And making my way over to the wall, I notice he's not on his monitor like usual. He's instead lying back and pinching his brow, as if nursing a headache. I refrain from asking, "Are you okay?" as I don't want to come off mocking after what happened this morning. Instead, I opt for a few gentle raps on the glass. His large ears perk up, and sharp eyes soon discover the source of the noise. We stare at each other for what feels like a few minutes. In truth, it was probably no time at all. His chest slowly expanding and compressing. Mine failing to find a rhythm. Increasing in tempo the longer we stay locked like this. This is getting me nowhere. I gesture for him to come over. His scowl is gratefully absent from his face. Perhaps I will be saved the embarrassment, but I still must go through with this. Eventually, he picks himself up and saunters over to me. I'm once again reminded of my place in the universe as he leers over me. Perhaps not intentionally menacing, but menacingly enough nonetheless. When I get out of here, there will be a lot more giants. I hope they aren't as all intimidating as Marruk.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I can do this.
I am sorry for yelling at you. It wasn't called for. You didn't deserve to be yelled at?
Oh, what's going on here? Did his neural shut off?
Marruk, can you hear me?
Yes.
So...
Is that all?
Yeah.
All right then.
He turns to saunter back to his bench. Is that really it? I can't have that.
Wait. Can we just talk for a second? Please?
He stops. At least I know my words are being heard. Were they comprehended? Taken into consideration? Thought about at all? It's hard to say. A sharp blue glow cuts through me as Marruk looks at me from over his shoulder, obscuring his face and intentions. But as quickly as it appears, it's gone and the Karain returns. In an uncharacteristically slouched over pose, Marruk walks back to my cell. Perhaps it was wrong of me to push it. To even try to apologize, let alone discuss it.
Why did you walk away?
You were done talking.
Well, I suppose, but you didn't let me explain myself. Or say thank you. Not that you have to, I guess.
There's a rising confusion in his expression. Maybe not confusion, but frustration.
Why? Why are you doing this?
I said why. You didn't deserve me yelling at you.
Okay, but I didn't care, so why apologize?
Because when I get out of here, we're stuck together. As far as I can tell. And I don't want to really be on bad terms when that happens.
But you hate me. So why bother?
Hate you?
Yes? You hold obvious disdain for me.
I mean, you've not been the kindest to me, and I'm upset at you. But I don't hate you. Why do you think that?
His expression narrows to a point. His pointed muzzle only exacerbates his furrowed brow and sharp features. I don't know what I've done for him to think I hate him. I do not love him, but I don't feel hatred towards him either. He has shown me that he can be kind, but he has also been a relentless jackass to me and almost everyone around him. Maybe it's a Karain thing, a generational thing, an unknown sensibility I have insulted, or some social cue I've been missing. Without a tail or expressive ears, I fear I may never be able to truly communicate with these creatures. His thoughts come to me. Pull together. His thoughts come to fruition, and he finally answers my inquiry.
What do you mean, why? It's my fault you're in here. I suggested you should be in here longer. And I know when people don't want to talk to me. I might not be as bright as Doc, but I can tell when I'm not wanted.
It's not your fault I'm here, Marruk. I have no idea why I'm here. If you didn't catch me, another Korean would have. I know that. And yes, I'm not happy about your decision, but you've made it clear it wasn't to spite me. While I did not agree with you or your reasoning, I can't say I hate you for it. I'm just upset and confused. I thought I was getting to know you better, then you keep pushing me away.
Know me better? Know me better? You've been here, what? Not even a week? And you think you know who I am? We've had maybe 2 conversations, Tucker.
Alright. And? You've shown me who you were before we could talk as well. Like you said, I've been listening from the beginning. Just through listening to you and watching your actions, I can tell who you are.
By the eye, you're not making any sense. You don't know me.
Yes, I know. But through your actions, I've learned some things. Which is why I'm so confused by you. You'll do something nice, and then the next day, just act like a jackass.
Well, what do you want from me? I'm doing my damn job. I wasn't trained to pup sit. I don't know how to deal with you. I'm sorry my decisions upset you, but I told you why I made them.
This isn't just about that. Ugh. Just when you read to me, when you read to me when I was sad, was that just to get me to shut up, or were you being genuine? And when you decided to not bring the wall back, was that because you knew I was listening or something else? I'm just asking. Why is it always so back and forth? Look, you don't have to answer. But I don't hate you, Marruk. I don't know how to feel about any of this. Not you, not this place, not even the others. And I know I've also been back and forth a lot. It's like you said, I'm just some poor kid, caught up in whatever the fuck this is. And when I get out of here, I just don't want to be alone.
I didn't realize it, but I'm shaking. My hands can't keep still. Whether it's anger or fear, I cannot tell. One thing I can rely on Marruk for is his scowl. It's almost as certain as the sun in the sky. Well, a sun and a sky, I suppose. But his expression is faltering. No scowl, but an unknowable emptiness. An almost expressionless muzzle, although somehow different from his earlier visage. At least I believe it to be so. I still want to bring up other topics, such as his disdain for Rhoun, but I do not feel now is the right time. There will be a time of that, I'm sure, but not now. It's still impossible to read what he's thinking. I'm just hoping I didn't make this worse somehow.
So, you don't hate me? Even though I put you in here and tried to keep you in here longer?
No, I understand you have your reasons. Even if they stress me out. I don't hate you, but I know you've noticed I'm not doing well in here. I've even told you such. So your actions have just been hard for me to reconcile.
Right.
I do wish you'd consider how I must feel during all of this. You know I am unwell, and yet you still act as you do.
This isn't what you want to hear, Tucker. But you're ignoring the point. I made that decision to keep my people safe. The crew I know. Not you. Doc's made it very clear you're not doing well, I know. I'm not as blind as I may look.
What?
I can see how you're doing. Even still, I did what I thought was right. I will not apologize for that. For my other actions, I will concede that they may not have been as much in the right. But as I've said before, I am doing my job, and I will continue to do so.
Okay. Maybe there's no getting through to him. I don't know what I wanted anyways. An apology? I was just trying to say sorry for yelling at him. This is really too much for it to be so early in the morning. Pinching my brow and trying to make it worse. Pinching my brow and trying not to make it worse. I wave him off with a half-assed, okay, and hope we can drop it for now. Maybe it's just how he is. I'd hate to admit it, since he has shown that he's capable of compassion and even humor. But if he doesn't want to try to ameliorate what little relationship we have, I don't know what I can do. I have a feeling there will be some worrying days ahead. Long and quiet days. That's how it has to be, I suppose. Maybe change will come to him when he's ready. It's hard to tell. And we'll stop here.
Yay.
God damn, you two. Wow.
Jesus! Bruce, Ice Crank, that was phenomenal!
That was really good.
God.
Bruce, you made me feel so bad for being an asshole.
No, Marruk is just overprotective.
No, it's okay. He's
No.
just
Not an asshole.
overprotective. He's so tsundere. I love him.
He is.
He
Those
is,
things are just very buffy.
kind of cooking. He's cooking a
He's
slight.
a Cinderella Buffy. I love him.
I believe
love
he's
him.
trying to protect Tucker, but still, he's being a dickhole about it.
He's protecting Tucker by protecting his crew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
But I mean, he made his point clear, and honestly, it makes sense for him to do so. Like, it could just be me, but like, I did get where he was coming from.
He's
I
so
mean, yeah.
I don't know you. I don't know.
Bitch, I don't know you. I don't know you, man. I got my crew. I actually know them fuckers. You don't know you, bitch. I know you a week, bro. I know you a week. I don't know you. Bro, 7 days, count the hours.
Hello. Marruk from Boston.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
I don't know you.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
I mean, like, it's hard.
But
it's
oh
hard
my
to
god,
take any
Boost,
of
the
it
range you
personally.
went through.
That was
Like, for
amazing.
just the sheer desperation to it, just the
Yeah.
quiet resignation was just.
Mhm.
Oh,
The
God.
frustrated
impressive.
apology.
Yeah.
That was super good.
Yeah.
It was fun. I
A lot of
like
conflicting
that.
emotions.
You both had me on the edge of my seat, and I was all teared up. And holy shit, just you both carried the emotion of that scene back and
Oh.
forth super, super well. Like both of you, amazing job. Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
It was so wonderful.
Yeah.
That scene was so
Damn.
great. And you know what? It was great characterizing moments for the both of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who suggested I
my-
do Tucker?
Me, I'm so proud of
Oh,
my
thank you, Mars.
cast. I was about to say, like, I tried to send it in the messages, but I was like, everyone got like was like, you know, a role I wanted them to, and it worked out beautiful. So proud of my cast.
Nice casting
Yay.
director.
Yes.
It's all thanks to Mars.
Casting director Mars. I'm here for this.
Captain Mars.
There's something. You have another thing in common with Chris.
Oh yeah, casting
Oh,
director
yeah.
girl bosses.
Yeah.
Good session though, guys. Sorry, I was getting some different stuff.
Yeah, thanks for running it, dude. And thank you, K9, for recording.
My pleasure,
Yeah.
as always. It
Thanks.
might take me a little bit to edit this one, but
K9,
we'll see what
I hope you're proud of yourself figuring out Marrowyn's defect. Not a defect. His theme.
Well, I mean, to be
Pretty,
fair,
it's pretty obvious. It's not a secret.
It's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
You'd be
like-
surprised how many people miss it though.
Yeah.
Can I now can I unveil my new theory?
You think he's a robot, don't you?
No.
No, not that. This
Okay.
is unrelated. This is unrelated to anything to do with Marrowyn. But my little theory has to
Catch
do
you,
with
shut up.
something I picked up with that dream earlier.
Mhm.
Is that so? I had this idea that Tucker ended up on this spaceship after he stepped into his university school. And I remember in one of those CGs of the school, you can see a poster for like their mascot.
Yeah.
Which thing is what I think from my memory, I remember that mascot being a bulldog.
Yes.
But considering that dream, I think
Yeah.
Tucker like it's weird because like I think Tucker is like starting to meld the two locations together because the figure that was in the dream looked more like Marruk than a bulldog. In fact, one of my silent theories is that the captain of the ship is going to be a bulldog to create a more of a stronger illusion between the school and the space station because I feel like there has to be a connection somewhere, but I feel like Marruk being alluded to with that mascot costume, there's something there. There's something that I have not fully deliberated on, but there's definitely a connection. And I like for now, my theory is that like parts of the school, like the university that Tucker was going to attend, are all like they're all taken form with characters or like people on the space station. I know that's so like multi-dimensional, which that's not really the type we're going for, really, from what I'm seeing from the narrative, but it's like there's a connection here somewhere because that doesn't just happen for a reason.
Or it could. It could just be a representation of Tucker's fears and, like he said, what he's lost.
But thing is, Marruk technically. Marruk has been alluded to being connected with that school twice now. Once with the mascot costume, and the other was at the very beginning whenever Tucker had a dream of sitting in a classroom, and then Marruk's silhouette being seen in the doorway with the same flash as seen on that mascot costume. So it's strange that it's always Marruk.
Well, I mean, not really. Sorry. I mean, it was strange, but like Marruk's the one who's been the most hostile, like actively, and I think that's just kind of showing in his dreams, probably. I mean, it could definitely be something to do with the environment, but I think like also like if you're afraid of something, it's gonna be more likely to manifest in a dream. But also, these are kind of weird dreams. Seeing how
You know what? Yeah, fair enough. But again, like they are dreams, but this is also a story, and
Yes,
details like this have to have some meaning towards them. like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of my train of thought for now.
I like it. I like it.
It's an interesting
I had-
thought, though.
It is. I hadn't thought about it too much, but now I'm going to be thinking about it. Damn you, K9.
Got me to hell.
What does it mean, Cryptid? I'm going to his DMs right now. Cryptid! What
Give
does it mean?
me the entire script of the novel right now.
That's true.
Why you can't fucking crack me up?
Yeah, good session.
Hell
Are you still
yeah.
recording, K9?
I am, but I was just about to say, like, any other closing words we want to give before we, like, end the recording for the night?
Marrowyn's so OP.
That was my first
Marrowyn
time.
needs therapy. Marrowyn.
Rowan needs an
Therapy.
ADHD referral at his next checkup.
God, he does have that vibe, doesn't he?
He will have more vibes, trust me.
Like all visual novel characters, they all need therapy.
They do all
Yeah.
need therapy, it's true.
This is true.
They need the Lux family package.
I hope it goes the poly route.
Please.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Please.
We'll have a route split coming up soon. Very soon.
God, we'll have
Choice.
This is gonna
I
be
need
fun.
more of Rhoun and Marruk just being bitter exes.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
the vibe they get.
Toxic yaoi.
Oh, they absolutely had something going on.
Toxic
Yeah.
yaoi, exactly. 100%. I'm saying.
I can't
All of
say
the above,
anything.
thank you.
All of the above.
All right.
That's my
okay,
vote.
So, hell yeah. But okay, I'm gonna close out the recording now. So if no one has any extra little theories to say or anything else, then we shall close out. And I'll probably get this on the playlist as soon as I can. But I'll try and do my best with the edit. So yeah, say
Thank you,
goodbye.
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 Bye.
See ya.
Bye.